The spark for the Brain Forum came from the man that I'm going to introduce in second. He's a well-known global entrepreneur. He has a keen interest in science, which led him to obtain his PhD at Imperial College in London and then to invest to help evolve the science. For the opening remarks, please welcome on stage Dr. Walid Juffali.
Thank you, Bruno. Good afternoon, my friends, and a very warm welcome to everyone at the Brain Forum 2015. This is, as Bruno said, the second forum, and from the amount of people I see here, it is a lovely turnout. I know for a fact that we have over 27 countries being represented in this forum, and this is actually a fabulous number. How does the brain work is the question. A question that has puzzled scientists for centuries. And to date, science is unable to answer this question. We don't have a brain theory nor an algorithm today. Our aim in this Brain Forum is to showcase the various global brain research initiatives and to open a cross-debate between scientists working in this field and the community at large. Our plan is to propel this forum from the starting point in Switzerland to eventually to the United States, which we're hoping next year, to China, and elsewhere in this world. In recent years, a new wave of optimism has emerged in this field of science. The accelerated advances of technologies have created a paradigm shift in the capabilities at our immediate disposal. Naturally, the timing is right to turn the spotlight to brain research, and I hope this annual event will help achieve that. The forum is not just for brain scientists, it is for everyone who is interested in this field and seeing that this science advance. And that is actually for us all. Amongst us here are physicists, biologists, engineers, brain scientists, computer scientists, policymakers, bankers, investors, industrialists, academics, and philanthropists, last but not least. It's an extraordinary crowd and gathering of minds. And I am proud to say that there is no other event as such around our globe that presents this type of forum and this quality of stakeholders. The World Health Organization has warned that more than 1 billion people are suffering from mental disorders, with a suggestion that this number will only be on the increase in the future years to come, whereby our bodies are outliving our minds. And there is a lot of catching up to do if we are to understand the brain as we understand the other organs in our body. We must, and I repeat, we must address this challenge. Once again, welcome to the Brain Forum at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, EPFL, and I wish you all an enjoyable 3 days. Thank you very much.
And the other person who has played an important role in getting the Brain Forum to start is, of course, the president of the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. Under his leadership, this school has invested and is investing massively in biology and neuroscience. So I'm going to ask him to share with us his opening thoughts for this week. Please welcome Patrick Aebischer.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, it is a great pleasure and a great honor to welcome you here for the second Brain Forum. After the first phenomenal meeting we had in Jeddah, under the leadership of Dr. Walid Juffali and WU Science and all of its associates, we thought it'd be a great thing to have the second, and it would be an honor for us to have the second meeting here in Lausanne. So we can ask ourselves, why a Brain Forum? I think we would probably all agree that there are a couple of last science frontiers, and the brain is certainly one of them. I will say to my colleagues here, it's not the only one. There is, in cosmology and other areas, also phenomenal frontiers to be discovered. Well, I think today it is illustrated that the brain is becoming an object of intense research. Those various big science initiatives are there to tell us that the brain is a major science-driven development in the coming 21st century. And the fact that Europe has its own human brain projects, we'll hear also about the Brain US initiative, the Chinese one, the Israeli one, and also philanthropic-based ones, such as the one of the Allen Institute. Some people ask me often the question, is it a rush? No, I think it's a collaboration. The brain doesn't have an endpoint. We will never know everything about the brain, but it's very clear that we will know much more in the years to come. Why? I think science and engineering science bring a lot of novel tools to try to dissect the brain. The fact that our engineering colleagues, that our natural science mathematician, simulation, computer scientists are becoming interested by the brain is very good news for the neurobiologist. As our provost says, the brain doesn't belong only to neurobiologists. We need to bring new people in this endeavor. Now, it is also an area where we need to make progress. And we hope that with a basic understanding, we will be able to translate some of these great discoveries. And there I must be honest, we have not been very good at it. When you look at other fields such as cardiology, oncology, those fields have seen major breakthroughs in therapies. In the brain, it is not the case. When you look at the number of novel drugs approved by the FDA or the MEA, in neuroscience, it's depressing. I always say that probably the biggest breakthrough in the last 20 or 30 years does not come from biotechnology, but it came from neuroengineering. And it is called DBS, deep brain stimulation. And I'm very happy that Dr. Alim Ben-Abid has accepted again to join us. As you know, he was awarded last year the Lasker Award, one of the most prestigious prizes in biology and medicine. 50% of them, as you know, have the Nobel Prize, get the Nobel Prize. It shows that this is key, that the world is recognizing that a major therapy came from engineering, really working together very closely with the clinicians. And in fact, Dr. Alim Ben-Abid is a neurosurgeon. And I think this says a lot about what we need to do. And I think that's one of the goals of this meeting, is to bring new scientists, as Dr. Juffali was saying, new philanthropists, new industrialists, to try to find solutions. We know with the aging population, brain disease will be a major issue. Just dementia by itself will cost probably much more than any of the oncology and cardiologic disease. And we need to find new therapies. Now, there is hope in the horizon. We see a couple of fields evolving, like gene therapy. That was a dream 20 years ago, has come now to become a true new therapy with a lot of potential in the nervous system. I take it for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Friedreich's ataxia, ocular disease, hearing loss. I'm a strong believer that we will see new therapies in the years to come in those areas based on gene therapy. We see that companies get probably unrealistic valuation today just based on this, but it says that the industrial field believes that this area is just starting. Rehabilitation with the progress of virtual augmented reality will bring new possibilities for rehabilitation. And neuroengineering, as I said, for example, motor disease, multi-electrode array, flexible electrodes, will again play a major role. Nutrition, another very important area that we believe is going to impact to prevent disease. Microbiology of the guts and other organs are probably key elements to try to prevent some of those diseases to develop. But I think what we need to realize, it is only by combining those approaches that we will hopefully find solution to those very difficult diseases. And for this, we need to bring new approaches, and I would even say new location. That's what we have done in this area, in this part of the world. We have, as some of you may know, created a new entity in Geneva in the old compound of Merck Serono, that through the generosity of Dr. Viss and Mr. Ernesto Bertorelli, we were able to buy back and now locate our Human Brain Initiative, also the Center for Neural Prosthesis, the Viss Center for Bio-Neuroengineering, CISA, which is a very interesting endeavor of the psychologist looking at the brain. And I think it's by just bringing those new people in a new location with the famous cafeteria effect that we hope to find a solution. So I think we also needed an open forum to discuss those approaches. And I think it is very unique in the sense that we are here able to bring technical, clinical, ethical people, but also industrial startups. There will be several startups being presented to you, so I only can encourage you to look at them. We have the privilege to have the CTOs of some of the major companies, from the Nestle, Roche, Medtronic, coming and talking to us and seeing how synergy can be found. So it's only by having all those various stakeholders that we can try to achieve two things. Just know more about the brain and therefore who we are, and also finding new solutions to the disease that are today not well treated. So I hope that this Brain Forum will contribute to this general goal. And again, I would like to thank the organizer and specifically Dr. Juffali to help us in doing so. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a wonderful meeting.